So when you watch enough YouTube videos about non-duality, you start to see a lot of contradictions in what different teachers or speakers say, right? Some seem to say, you're not a person, not a limited entity. Your true nature is awareness. You are the self with a capital S, infinite consciousness. Others seem to say, nah, that's all nonsense. All of that stuff implies duality. Really, there's no one here. There is just what is appearing, and this is freedom. Any talk about you or I implies a non-existent person and perpetuates the illusion of separation. So which one is it? The realm of non-duality is seemingly paradoxical, and it's no surprise that it's riddled with apparent contradictions. After all, we're trying to use language, a tool rooted in duality, to describe something that transcends it. When we hear phrases like, you are the self, it's pointing to the vast, boundless consciousness that is the backdrop of all experiences. It's the ever-present awareness that unfolds as the dance of life and is untouched or unchanged by the appearance and disappearance of different forms, including the universe and the world. On the other hand, when we hear there's no one here, it's a direct challenge to our deeply ingrained belief in a separate self. It's a pointer to the fact that the person that we think we are is stories, desires, and fears. It's a fleeting appearance in the ocean of infinite consciousness. Now, you might be wondering, if both of these perspectives are pointing to the same truth, why do they sound so different? The answer is simple. They're just different pointers, different ways of guiding us back to our true nature. Some resonate more with the idea of an expansive self, while others find liberation in the revelation that there is no self to be found. I personally don't tend to go around saying, there's no one here all the time. Yes, the ultimate reality before all concepts is that there is just this vivid appearance of this. Call it awareness, consciousness, or just what is appearing. But within that appearance is the relative human experience. And while it's not the ultimate reality, we can't deny our humanness is a vivid appearance of this. And there's nothing about this message that denies or judges our humanness, our desires to meet our needs, heal from trauma, actualize our human level self, and create experiences. They're just no longer from a constant experience of being a person who lacks something. They're expressions of the one true self and are the unfolding of this appearance. Two apparently separate others debating over whether you are awareness or there's no one here would both be making the same mistake, because all words are as equally far away from the truth as each other. If we were to truly believe there's no one here and there's nothing to do, we would stay in silence. After all, they say silence is the highest teaching. Some non-dualists might think Ramana Maharshi was perpetuating the illusion by prescribing self-inquiry, as if there's a self who can even inquire. Duh. But even Ramana Maharshi stayed in silence, radiating unconditional peace and joy into others, almost by some kind of magical osmosis. Until some of the people who came to see him kept asking over and over to give them something more, and then he prescribed self-inquiry as a way to show people that there really isn't anything to do, by having them look for that small self, individual entity, until it's obvious that it's non-existent, and there is this just pure awareness that remains, non-dual in nature. I am that. No subject, no object, no self, no other, and yet appearing as this entire universe and 8 billion people all at once. But whatever you think about it, we don't need to deny the relative, do we? We live it, breathe it, and experience it every day. And while it's essential to recognize it's not the ultimate truth, it's often equally relevant or important to honor and engage with it. After all, it's through the relative that we get to play, explore, heal, grow, and experience this crazy, sometimes painful, beautiful, and wonderful dream of life. Also, it's good to recognize it's a bit of a trap to use the absolutist, there's no one here, non-duality, to bypass healing, growth, or expansion by saying there's no one here and there's nothing to do, because yes, there is nothing to do to realize your true nature. It is already the case. Awakening isn't something that's added on to you, it's the end of an illusion. We both know that. But even when that illusion is shattered, there is still this vivid appearance of the person with their memories, desires, and neuroses. So, while the ultimate truth might be that there's no separate self, no individual I in the relative world, we still have relationships, emotions, dreams, and challenges, and it's okay to tend to them, to have fun with them, to heal and grow with them, all the while holding a deep knowing that they are appearances in the vast ocean of infinite consciousness, or simply the appearance of what is, and there is nothing but love and freedom. Whatever you call it, awareness, consciousness, just this, we can all agree it still isn't it, is it? Even the word this is as infinitely far away from this, because this is a concept and this is it. Check out the description of this video to find freebies and links, and a link to speaktoalex.com, where you can book a call with me or one of my team to see if you would be a good fit for the Awake and Aware program. Details in the description below. See you in the next video. Thanks for being here with me today. Peace.